Most people think they're lost because they haven't found their purpose yet. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Research on meaning and motivation shows that clarity rarely comes before action. It follows it. So what if feeling lost isn't confusion at all, but a subtle form of self-protection? What if purpose isn't missing, it's being actively avoided? If you've ever felt stuck, unmotivated, or unsure of your direction, this video is for you. Not because you lack talent or insight, but because purpose demands something most people quietly resist: identity change, discomfort, and responsibility. In the next minutes, you'll understand why overthinking keeps you safe but stagnant, why clarity never comes first, and why fear often wears the mask of logic. More importantly, you'll learn how meaning actually emerges in real life, not through motivation or passion, but through conscious choice and emotional honesty. Feeling lost is often a form of self-protection. What if feeling lost in life isn't confusion at all, but avoidance dressed up as uncertainty? What if that fog you keep calling not knowing is actually fear doing its job too well? Because staying lost can feel safer than choosing a direction that would change everything. Feeling lost can be safer than choosing. Choosing threatens comfort, identity, and the roles you've mastered just to belong. Oprah Winfrey has spoken about early career moments where staying uncertain felt easier than outgrowing who people expected her to be. Research shows the brain avoids decisions that could disrupt emotional safety and social belonging. As James Clear writes, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Avoidance, then, isn't laziness, it's resistance to becoming someone new. A gentle way forward isn't forcing clarity, but noticing protection in action. Try this. Ask what choice you're postponing under the label of not knowing yet. Later in this video, I'll reveal why overthinking is often the most convincing disguise of all. Purpose demands the death of an old identity. At some point, purpose stops feeling inspiring and starts feeling threatening. Not because it's too big, but because it asks who you'll stop being, and that's where many people quietly pull back. For years, you may have built an identity to survive, to please, to stay safe. So when purpose shows up, it doesn't feel like an invitation. It feels like exposure. Jim Carrey once said that success forced him to confront who he wasn't, long before he knew who he was. Long-term observation suggests this is a universal psychological friction. As Viktor Frankl wrote, when we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Purpose triggers that challenge by threatening identities built on approval, certainty, or control. Instead of asking, who do I want to become? Try asking, who can I no longer pretend to be? Notice which roles feel heavy, outdated, or performative. That's where alignment begins. I'll come back to why the mind delays this reckoning with a very convincing excuse later in the video. Fear, disguised as waiting for clarity. Waiting for clarity sounds mature, responsible, even wise. But notice how often "I'm not ready yet" really means I'm afraid of the cost. Clarity becomes a comfortable pause button when action feels risky. Many people tell themselves they'll move once confidence arrives. J.K. Rowling delayed fully owning her path as a writer for years, fearing failure and judgment before publishing Harry Potter. The fear wasn't confusion, it was exposure. Research and long-term observation suggest fear often dresses up as logic. As Stephen Pressfield wrote, the more important a call or action is to our soul's evolution, the more resistance we feel about pursuing it, the war of art. What we call waiting is frequently resistance protecting the current identity. A simple shift helps here. Stop asking, am I ready? And ask, what would I do if readiness wasn't required? Take one low-risk action. A draft, a conversation, a small public step, and let movement create clarity. I'll reveal later why the mind prefers endless thinking over this kind of commitment. Overthinking as an avoidance strategy. Overthinking feels productive, almost noble. You analyze, research, reflect, telling yourself you're being careful, but deep down it often keeps you safely distant from decision and consequence. Many high performers fall into this trap before breakthrough moments. Jeff Bezos has openly described how overanalysis can quietly become fear, which is why he built a bias for action culture at Amazon to counter paralysis. Thinking wasn't the enemy, delaying commitment was. Research consistently shows the mind overestimates risk when identity is involved. As Daniel Kahneman wrote, nothing in life is as important as you think it is while you are thinking about it. Thinking fast and slow. Overthinking inflates imagined loss and shrinks long-term ROI. A practical shift is to cap thinking time and force a decision window. Try a 72-hour rule. Gather input, choose one imperfect action, execute. Later, I'll explain the critical secret of why thinking feels safer than responsibility and how to break that loop. Discomfort is the price of meaning. Discomfort is usually the moment people turn back. It doesn't feel inspiring, it feels awkward, risky, and inconvenient. So the mind whispers, maybe this isn't it, and retreat feels justified. That hesitation shows up even in people we admire. Oprah Winfrey has shared that stepping into her true calling required disappointing others and walking away from roles that once defined her. Meaning didn't arrive with applause. It arrived through emotional risk. Long-term observation suggests purpose follows tolerance for discomfort. As Viktor Frankl wrote, what is to give light must endure burning. Man's search for meaning. Purpose isn't found by feeling ready. It's revealed by staying present through unease. A grounded way to practice this is choosing one uncomfortable yes per week. Say yes to the conversation, the boundary, or the responsibility you've delayed. I'll soon explain why this discomfort is actually the doorway, not the obstacle, to meaning. Meaning appears. The moment you stop avoiding responsibility. Responsibility sounds heavy, so most people dodge it quietly. They wait for permission, a sign, or the right version of themselves. Avoiding responsibility feels lighter, until meaning never shows up. This moment shows up clearly in real lives. J.K. Rowling has spoken about how taking responsibility for her work, writing anyway without validation, was the turning point after years of fear and instability. Meaning didn't arrive first, authorship did. Research consistently links meaning to ownership. As Jordan Peterson states, the meaning of life is found in taking responsibility. 12 rules for life. Purpose isn't discovered, it's constructed through commitment and consequence. A simple practice is to claim one domain fully. Choose one responsibility you stop outsourcing, time, health, craft, or decisions, and own it daily for 30 days. What happens next may surprise you because responsibility doesn't shrink freedom. It crystallizes it. If there's one truth to take with you, it's this. Purpose doesn't arrive as a feeling, it forms through action. You don't become clear and then brave, you become brave and clarity follows. Every topic we explored points to the same idea. Avoiding responsibility feels safe, but it quietly erodes meaning. Choosing ownership, even imperfectly, is where purpose awakens. This connects directly to our previous video, Why the Real Reason Conversations Turn into Wars. In that episode, we uncovered how avoidance and emotional self-protection sabotage connection. Purpose works the same way. When you stop defending comfort and start leading yourself, life responds differently. If you haven't watched it yet, it will deepen everything you learned here. So here's the real question: what responsibility are you still avoiding? And what kind of person would you have to become if you stopped? If this resonated, subscribe to Heart Detox TV and turn on notifications. This channel is about conscious growth, emotional clarity, and long-term inner alignment. Your purpose isn't missing. It's waiting for your decision.